This lesson we'll be looking at some applications of quadratics. Now, when we are applying quadratic equations, there's a few key things that we want to do. The first thing is to define a variable. So let x be something depending on what the question's asking. Then we need to write out an equation, then solve the equation, and the final step is actually to check that the solution you've got solves the equation in the context of the question. You'll know that when you solve quadratic equations, you can get two different answers. One of those answers may not be correct or appropriate for the context of the question, so that needs to be taken into consideration. Let's start working through two questions. The first one is here for you. Find the height and base lengths of a triangle that has an area of 24 centimeters squared and height 2 centimeters more than its base. Why don't we define a variable for the base? So let's let x be the base length of the triangle. Hopefully you can recall that the area of a triangle is equal to half the base times the height. Now we know the area of the triangle is 24. We've been given that in the question. We know that the base, we've defined the base to be x, so it's a half times x times our height. If we've been told in the question the height is 2 centimeters more than its base, then we know the height is going to be x plus 2. So notice how defining the variable x was important so that we could just write the whole equation in terms of x's. Now the first thing I'm going to do to tidy this up is actually to multiply this side of the equal sign, the 24, by 2, just to tidy up that fraction there. So we'll get 48 equals x times x plus 2. Let's solve equal to 0. So bring the 48 over the other side, and while I do that, I'll expand this bracket out here. So we'll get x squared plus 2x minus 48. From here we can use PSF. So product we're looking for is negative 48. Sum we're looking for is 2. Factors, I'm thinking the factors will be minus 6 and positive 8. So we'll get 0 equals x minus 6, x plus 8. So therefore x equals 6 or x equals minus 8. But let's think about these answers. We're talking about measurement here. We can't have a distance that is less than 0. So our final answer will be x equals 6. Now at this point we need to just check that we've properly answered the question. The question was asking us to find the height and base lengths. Now we've actually only found the base length as we found x, so to finish up we just need to write therefore base is 6 centimeters and the height, remember the height was x plus 2, so the height will be 8 centimeters. Alrighty, let's have a look at this next question. A 100 meter squared hay shed is to be extended to give 475 meters squared of floor space in total as shown. All angles are right angles. Find the value of x. So the area of this whole space here is 475 meters squared. And we know that this area here is 100 meters squared. So that means this area here that I'm shading now will be 375 meters squared. Now to find the area of that rectangle, we've got this distance here of x, and we know that this distance here will be x, this length, plus that length, x plus 10 meters. So let's set up an equation. We know x times x plus 10 will equal 375. Let's expand that out. X squared plus 10x minus 375 equals 0. PSF looking for a product of minus 375. Looking for a sum of 10. Factors will be minus 15 and plus 25. Minus 15 plus 25 will give us 10. Minus 15 times 25 will give us minus 375. So this quadratic equation will become x minus 15, x plus 25 equals 0. So x equals 15 or x equals minus 25. Now again, we're dealing with a distance here, so we would choose x equals 15. And let's just check that we've actually answered the question. The question is just asking us to find x, find the value of x, so we've done that.